everybody, welcome back to my health and wellness channel. So today I'm going to be making probably one of my favorite side dishes, I guess you could say, or slash brunch breakfast items. So these are just some breakfast potatoes that I make, and you can make these and then just serve them with any type of fish you want, or say steak, chicken. They also go great with, like, if you're gonna make breakfast, like eggs or French toast. So it's pretty easy to make. So what I'm gonna do is show you guys. So you can either use whatever potatoes you have. So I have some leftover potatoes, some sweet potatoes, and a regular potato. You can use red potatoes, whatever kind of potatoes you have. So I use about 3 or 4 potatoes. You can use green pepper, orange pepper, red pepper, whatever color peppers you have. So I'm going to use 2 green peppers because that's what I have right now. And then 2 onions. Doesn't matter really what kind. I just have red onions. You can use yellow or white. Doesn't matter. And then I use about 3 to 4 cloves of garlic. That's what the recipe calls for. I usually use a little more garlic just because I love garlic. But if you don't like it as much, don't use as much of it. Okay, and then just some pepper and olive oil. That is all the ingredients that you're gonna need. So I just have a big bowl here. So what I'm gonna do is, as I chop the vegetables and the potatoes, I'm gonna drop them in here, okay? So first, I'm just gonna go ahead and do the potatoes. And you wanna cut it into, you know, bite-sized pieces. Show you guys. So just kind of like that. You don't want them really big because you're putting these in the oven. So you want to make sure they cook pretty well. I usually don't use yellow or white potatoes as much, but it's just whatever you have on hand in the kitchen you can use. Do my sweet potatoes now. Same thing, just gonna cut them up. I'm just chopping and dropping basically into the bowl here. And so what I'm actually going to make these with tonight is I bought some fish at the store, and I also bought some steak. So that's what I'm going to be making to go with these potatoes. And like I said, sometimes I'll make these with French toast as well. Growing up, we always used to have breakfast for dinner a lot. And so this is actually a little healthier because you're baking the potatoes in the oven and you're not frying them. Growing up, I remember my grandma used to make fried potatoes, but she would fry them in the skillet. Not as healthy as doing them in the oven. So this makes it a little healthier. Like I said, I'm not cutting these up perfectly. You don't have to be like perfect to cook. Okay, like my grandma always said, you just chop and go. So I'm gonna do the peppers next. Like I said, any type of pepper will do. I had green peppers, so that's what I'm gonna use. Same thing, just cut them up. And that beep you just heard was my oven. So I already had set to preheat the oven to 425 degrees. So for anybody that watches this, if you have any ideas, recipes that you may think about, they'd be like, wonder how she makes that particular meal. you know, always can comment below my videos and let me know if you guys have any requests that you would like me to make. I know this time of year is the holidays. A lot of people are looking for, you know, maybe like a healthier version of a particular dish. All right, and I'm just gonna do my onions. Do one onion. I don't know. We'll see how much I have after this one. Depends on what size your onions you have. And red onion is pretty strong type of onion, so I may not use, maybe use 1.5. We'll see. That's sometimes what you got to do when you're, you know, figuring out ingredients and how much you want to put in. A lot of the times I always say to people it's preference. You know, I know some people may not like a lot of onion flavor. You can always, you know, adjust your recipe to how you would like it. Since that was a pretty big onion, but I'm just going to do half of this one. And that should be enough. Gonna wash my hands. So the next thing is I'm gonna add this garlic. And the secret to chopping garlic is you wanna have one of these little graters, these garlic graters, okay? You can get these at Target, Bed Bath & Beyond. Any local store usually has them. So I just take the cloves, take off the skin. Like I said, I'm using more garlic than this recipe calls for 4 cloves. I'm gonna use more than 4 cloves because, like I said, I like garlic. I'm Italian. But if you're not a big garlic fan and don't like to have garlic breath, then you may not want to use as much garlic. But my family's Italian. We use a lot of garlic. Chopping it, taking the skin off there. One more. Oops. All right. Your hands are going to smell like garlic. Make sure you wash your hands really good because you don't want to get garlic in your eyes or accidentally rub your eyes and get garlic in them. So, because I've done that before. Please do not do that. So you're just going to take this grater and you're going to grate it over top of your onions and your peppers and your potatoes. All right, so I'm gonna add some pepper. And then I'm gonna add about 3/4 cup of olive oil to this. As you can see, I don't measure, but I'm telling you 3/4 cup. So I just eyeball it. And then I'm gonna take a spoon and I'm going to toss all these together. I'm basically tossing, you know, my onions, my peppers, my potatoes, and the garlic, and the pepper, and the olive oil, and tossing that all together so it all mixes up evenly. I'm going to go ahead and spray my skillet, not skillet, cookie sheet, cooking spray. And I'm literally just gonna go like this. Whoop. Take it all out of the bowl. And I'm gonna spread it around on the pan so it's spread out evenly. Because you know, you don't want it to be all in a clump, otherwise it's not gonna cook right. So just like that. Okay. So I'm gonna put this in the oven at 425 for 25 minutes. All right, guys, so it's been 25 minutes since I put the potatoes in. So what I'm gonna do is, it's gonna be really, really hot. So I'm gonna pull these out. You can see, I'm going to go ahead and actually flip these and move them around a bit. They're not totally done yet. So I just kind of flip it around, move them around on here, just so they get all evenly cooked. Okay. Then I'm gonna actually just put them back in the oven and turn the heat up to 500 degrees. And set the timer for another 20 minutes. And they'll be done. In the meantime, while that's going, just to tell you guys, you know, at the beginning of the video, I said, you know, there's different options of what you can do, you know, with the potatoes. So for me, I'm gonna actually, like I said, I bought some steak and some fish. So while I'm waiting for these to be done, I'm just gonna go ahead and cook this fish in the skillet. So this is some tilapia. And I got myself, for me, because I'm a meat eater, I like steak, so I bought myself a sirloin steak. And both of these are great sources of protein. I'm gonna put, here's a tip, guys. If you don't have a George Foreman grill or a grill, that's really good to cook. It takes like 10 minutes. You can throw chicken on there, fish, actually you can put fish on there, steak on there, burgers, really good tip. You know, just quick cooking, easy to make for a weeknight meal. And also, like I said, you can make breakfast as well. So you can make eggs to go with the potatoes. You can make French toast to go with the potatoes. There's tons of options. So just wanted to, you know, give you guys those options. And, you know, another tip that I have, one other tip is that when you're making these, the last 20 minutes, probably about halfway through, you want to flip them again just to make sure they're evenly cooked all the way through. All right, guys, so guess what time it is? It's time to take these potatoes out. So here's what they look like. So this is about after, what, 45 minutes total time in the oven. And this is what they're gonna look like when they come out. Okay, so I'm just gonna show you how I'm gonna plate this up. Woo. Maybe I'll show you. Hold on. You want them a little bit crispy. Now, if you don't like them as crispy, you don't have to leave them in as long. But for a true breakfast potato, I like them a little crispy. Okay, so I'm just gonna put some on your plate here. Get some of the veggies. Okay, and so I made, for my husband, I made some fish. So here is this fish, it's tilapia, so that's what I'm pairing his potatoes with. And go ahead and put our potatoes on there. So there you have it, guys. You got a couple different options of protein choices of what you can have for dinner. So there's your easy, quick weeknight meal, and I'll see you guys next time.